No, it's
all right.
It is on.
All right. Here we are.
Woo. Hey, how's it going, you guys? Welcome to a slightly later CSR live stream.
Yeah.
Direct from the tropical land of London town in England. It's really bad weather here today, so
as you can tell.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of living it up. So we're going to do a cut down stream today because we probably won't be able to get home if we stick around for much longer.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
It's always a concern.
It's snowing pretty heavily out there. Again, as you can see, you know.
Yeah. Anyway, introductions, I guess. We've always glossed over that. I'm Craig, I'm part of the art team.
I'm Tom, and I'm part of the analytics team. CSR2. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
We've got CSR Terry looking after YouTube, I think, today, and CSR Phil, the Hot Hornet, or whatever. Fast Phil? Furious Phil? Furious Phil.
Phenomenal philanthropist.
He's on Facebook, so if you see those guys, give them a little comment, have a chat with them, see what they say back to you. If you want to ask us questions, you can do using the hashtag AskCSR2. Any questions that we answer on the stream, we give 10 gold keys to, right?
To the Oscar.
To the Oscar.
Not to ourselves.
We don't get them. That would be inappropriate.
That would be great.
Phil thinks it would be great.
I should be racing.
So you do some racing.
Attention.
We will do some racing, some live racing. So if you want to use these hashtags to align yourself with a team, you can do so. We'll stop taking entries at around 5 p.m. GMT. So you can work that out with maths to figure out your own local time if you like.
About 30 minutes from now.
I don't know what time it is. We're in a different room today. Hence the
25 minutes from
magical background that we've got instead of the regular picture of a car.
It is eating my face a little bit, but you know.
Your face is too green, that is why.
Well, people have told me that before.
Very good. So before we kind of start taking some questions and stuff, we should probably mention we had some comments about the Zenvo flash event that went on last week and early this week, I guess.
Yeah, I think it was the Supply Cup specifically.
Yeah,
that was buggy. We had to kill it, and then we rolled those prizes into the main ladder. So
you didn't miss out on anything.
No,
it was all just rolled into one event rather than two events, and it was because the other event was broken because of I think some dodgy data, which we couldn't fix in time. Dodgy data. That special episode from the next generation of Star Trek.
Dodgy data.
Dave's dodgy data. But so I think that was Ryan. How do we pronounce this? Ryan. Schreeb was asking that question. Why was there no Supply Cup put out for the Zenvo? So that's why. Sorry for the upset, but you know the prizes were taken out of that and put into the regular event. So hopefully you didn't miss anything. But we'll send you 10 golden keys for that question, Ryan, who's on Facebook. I guess we can go straight into questions, right?
Yeah, I mean, do we have any further announcements?
I can't remember because I've not made any notes for this week's stream. But one thing I can tell you is that the reason I was not making notes is because I was preparing some stuff for our forthcoming trip to Geneva Motor Show, which is next week.
Ooh,
so
tell me more.
Well, no.
Okay. Fine. Be like that.
No.
See if I can.
So we're going to have a bunch of content coming out next week. Lots of video stuff. So keep an eye on YouTube for some sick vids.
We might not be able to do that much live stuff. Probably won't be live streaming.
Probably not live streaming next week.
We might try if we're feeling really ambitious.
Yeah.
What we will definitely be trying to do is post a few Instagram stories. So if you're following us on the Instas, you know, there'll be some kind of live-ish content coming out there.
Yeah, for sure.
And there should be a lot of exciting things coming out on YouTube in the coming 7 days.
Yeah, so we will try and do some live stuff, but getting a signal in that place is quite difficult. but we might not even get there with all the snow. Who knows?
Oh yeah,
we'll try and get there.
Well, I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah. Well,
now you've given me something to worry about. I wasn't worried before.
So yes, hopefully lots of cool stuff coming for you guys next week. So keep an eye on all the channels, subscribe, and tapo bell and all of that if you haven't done already.
Yeah. Tapo all of the bells.
Tapo all of the bells. Yeah. What are you perking up for, Phil? What are you?
Drew Courtney says, "Shout out to the stream background."
Shout out to the stream background. That's right. I mean it doesn't look very good from where I'm sitting, but I'm glad it looks good for you. Shoot, we should go to the full camera. Let's go to the full screen so everyone can bask in the glory of it. Look at this. Oh, it's so warm.
Oh, so lovely and balmy. It's totally not snowing outside.
No. Do we have a snowy scene to make it more realistic?
We'd have to find an image. Someone send us an image that we can put in the background, and maybe she will make that happen. Look at that. We can change colours and everything. It's all kinds of weird.
It's eating your hair and eating my face slightly, but
yeah.
you know.
Let's go back to the normal game show. It's too extreme. We do have a new video which will debut here a little bit later on. All based around Handsome Ben Palmer's Audi.
Oh yes,
his Audi dream.
His Audi dream.
He's been living the Audi dream for a while.
Yeah,
and we made a video about it.
That's a shame he's not here to introduce it.
Well, he's got to go collect a camera.
Okay.
Anyway, let's do some.
He's like the Revenant right now, basically, just crawling through London snow to try and claw back a camera somewhere. And
there's a bear at some point.
I think there is a bear, definitely.
Yeah, let's do some racing. Alan Parker is saying, please can I get a shout out for Extraordinary and Extraordinary 2? The fact that there's a second Extraordinary would suggest that the first Extraordinary wasn't all that extraordinary.
Well, I don't know. I mean, sometimes, you know, you've got layers of extraordinary.
Oh, man. Yeah. Corey G. Parsons, #CSR2 snowbound. Yeah, I agree. I've already fallen off my bike this week. That wasn't fun.
No.
Yeah.
Disaster.
All right. Joe Adam Hall as well. Shout out to Technetium from All Joe King Aside in London, Ontario, Canada. Man,
I mean,
Joe,
we're complaining about snow, like the Canadians.
How much snow have you got in your London, Joe? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, probably more. Like, how many times more? Do you think it's like 5 people's worth?
It's 5 foot. 5 foot of snow.
That's like London, one people's worth.
Yeah, one person's worth. One average height worth.
Wait, did I just lose that race?
I don't know.
Aggravating.
Millie CSR2 is saying CSR Phil fully in green because he's gone. Yes, that is exactly right.
He's actually sat right next to me. You just can't see him.
Look, that is pat on his head.
Green face paint.
Very good. Right, let's we'll do some live racing later on. I think we're going to race on the Zenvo. So if you've got a tier 5 car around that kind of PP, make sure you get that prepped, and we'll do some live races with everyone. But we will do some questions now. Chris Lechke from YouTube.
Welcome back, Chris.
Shout out, Chris. Please can we have a tier 6? As there are many tier 5 cars that are so much faster than others. What? I think we kind of had this question a few times before, Chris. The idea of a tier 6 would have to be so much further forwards than tier 5 that I'm not sure our physics can handle those kind of cars.
They can't handle the truth.
At the moment. They can't handle the truth. And Jess is Mulder in this X-Files scenario.
Analogy, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not sure we could realistically do it. I'd be interested in having a tier 6 which was all concept cars, which we just made go like crazy fast, or
Yeah.
maybe flying. Who knows?
Or maybe flying.
Maybe flying, yeah. Maybe tier 6 is electric cars or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
I mean,
we treat it differently.
or you have a tier 6 that isn't necessarily that much faster, but is just like all of
Just a
the super
different
premium
class.
cars
Yeah,
put
maybe.
together or something. It's just like the game almost becomes unplayable at some level as well if a car is too fast. I mean, the cars are already pretty ridiculously fast
Yeah.
compared to real life.
Yeah, if we went too much faster, you'd be playing the game for about 2 seconds for a race, right? It'd be mad.
Yeah.
Good question, though, Chris. Thank you for tuning in.
It has been discussed internally as well.
Yeah, we've got maybe one day. Not at the moment, but maybe one day. Right, John Smith on Facebook. I need 29 pink fusion parts to finish TS1 GT. So that's the Zenvo. Where can you get them? So the best place to get them was the Zenvo event, which is just finished up. They will now be in part of the regular rare imports thing. Actually, they were in there beforehand. They'll have a kind of... They'd probably be quite rare because there's only one Zenvo in the game at the moment. We might bring more Zenvos to the game, but I think there's only one Zenvo in the world, one kind of model car that they make.
And actually, one of the things also that we're trying to do going forwards is give people more opportunities to get the parts they need. When we launched the game, it's fair to say we didn't have as many cars. So stage 6s were easier to come by. We didn't have as many manufacturers, so the green, blue and red parts were easier to come by. And as we've kind of developed the game, there's obviously more and more manufacturers and car models, and it's getting harder and harder to get those parts. So we definitely are going to be running sort of targeted crates probably more often.
Yeah. So kind of like how we do with the Prestige Cup, where you can get specific parts. We'll try and do that more often. So there will be opportunities in the future, John, where you can be in with a chance of getting many more parts for your Zenvo TS1 GT. I'm glad you like it though, because it's a cool car. Very, very cool
car.
Check out the right? Yeah. Go have a look at it in the garage if you like. Check out the
this event for you.
Oh, cheers, mate. That's very nice.
I'm in a Jeep, not a Jeep.
Land Rover.
Range Rover.
Yeah. Go on the Zenvo and check out the door. The door. Inside of the door. There's a little kind of panel where the CEO of Zenvo has signed his name in gold leaf. It's a very cool feature of that car. Ooh, very, very cool indeed. Anyway, let's move on to another question. XD Betya from YouTube. Are you planning to add more SUVs into the game? Yes. Yeah, come back next week. You'll maybe see a new one then.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Well, maybe. Yeah, definitely plans to add more SUVs into the game. SUVs have come on a long way now. They used to be a bit kind of slow and clunky, but they're
just down there, isn't it?
It's just down there.
You know what?
Yeah.
I probably have to go into AR mode to get a bit closer.
Yeah, and I don't have AR mode because I've got a low-powered device.
Oh no!
Hey, interesting news actually. I saw AR mode running on Android today.
Ooh,
pretty special. It's getting very close. Might be a little while before we release it, but I've seen it working. It looks cool. Yeah. Right, let's do another question. Tha Cheshire from Facebook. Tha Cheshire.
The Cheshire?
It's meant to be
the Cheshire.
The Cheshire.
The Cheshire.
He's got a picture of a Cheshire cat.
Has he? Amazing. Well, welcome to the stream, Cheshire Cat. And they're asking, are there plans to allow crew members to trade/gift cars, parts and keys? This is another thing that we get asked about quite often. We've talked about it a lot in the past, and we talk about it a lot internally as well. It would be really tricky to get the balance of this right, because some of you guys will be hoarding stuff and you'll have a load of cool things kind of in storage that you maybe haven't sold or maybe haven't used. Then that kind of gives an unfair advantage if you are able to give them to your crew members and things like that. So we need to figure out a way of making it fair and open for everyone to kind of have those benefits. I'm not saying we wouldn't do it, but we don't have an immediate plan for it.
It's also like probably quite a lot of work to do, I would say. It's not an easy feature to get
we're not
right.
scared of the work. It's just, you know, the balancing of it is a really tricky thing for us to maintain.
Well, no, but it's fair to say that, like, in terms of work we do, we kind of want like really good bang for buck in terms of something that people really enjoy for the amount of effort we put in, right? So,
I should probably say I think there's 5 minutes left.
Oh yeah,
for this competition thing.
For the live race thing.
We don't have a clock in the room.
Right.
I don't wear a watch.
No, it's still 10 minutes. We said 10 past, didn't we?
Did we? I think we said 5.
I thought
it says 5 on Facebook.
It says 5 on Facebook. 5 minutes. So get involved with those hashtags if you want. Phil's showing 4 fingers up now.
4 minutes.
4 fingers. Right, we'll do another question and then maybe we'll show the video. Andrew Yoho from Facebook. Will you guys ever buff the FXXK or the Chiron? I'm not sure. We do kind of address cars.
I really want us to buff the FXXK because it's a bit silly.
What, down or up?
Up. Buff. Yeah.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah.
Just because I think it's probably currently slower than the LAF, which obviously
it shouldn't be. It should be. Yes.
Laughable.
Laughable. Good job, Phil.
Thanks, Phil.
Yeah, the Chiron as well. The Chiron's a super powerful car. Maybe it needs rebalancing. You know, we always kind of intend to address all of these balancing things. A lot of the cars get changed kind of per release as we add new cars in. We have to rebalance things. So if there's enough complaints about it, we could probably look into doing it. I guess it depends how busy everything else is.
Also, I have an FXXK, which is
Rigged.
why I'd quite like to get it buffed. That's the all important.
Right. Okay. So actually, one more question, and then we'll show the video.
All right.
So 340 Racers Virgin Islands from YouTube.
Oh, nice.
That is a
maybe. Where's it?
That's where. Yeah.
Is it?
He's in the background doing 340 races around the island. Is it possible to get relay live racing? My word, that would be quite something. So we do want to bring relay racing into the main game and not have it just locked to the events. I know we only used it for the Fate of the Furious finale a little while ago, so maybe not everyone had a chance to use it. But yeah, we'd like to bring it into the main game. I'm not sure how we would make it work in live races just because it's a complicated beast.
I'll be honest, I think we need to do other work on live races before we add relay. I think, you know, people often already have issues with connection problems and things like that, which are much higher priority for us to fix. I feel like trying to get like 5v5 multiplayer racing might be biting off a little more than we can chew right now.
Yeah.
I know if we mentioned it to Paul, he'd probably
he'd have a panic attack and then a heart attack and then he'd wake up and I think he would spontaneously combust.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Talking of spontaneous combustion, Shu, let's play the video. So this will be going up on YouTube later on.
Hello, I'm Ben. I'm a producer on CSR Racing. Outside of work, I really love my cars. They're a big part of my life. And we're here today to talk about my Audi RS5.
For me, cars are about being able to go further and faster. Every car has its own unique experience. I've been a fan of Audi since 2006 with the launch of the R8, and ever since it's been a poster on my wall.
So my love of cars took a big turn in 2009 when I bought my first Audi. I really loved that car, but from the factory it didn't come with a light in the glove box. And I was told it was impossible to retrofit, which I thought was ludicrous. So I bought the workshop manuals, I bought the parts, and I figured out how to fit it myself. And that gave me a bit of a buzz. So I ended up fitting the factory sat-nav, the cruise control system, xenon headlights. It was very special to me. And then in 2011, I bought an Audi A5 Coupe Black Edition. It was a front-wheel drive 2-litre diesel in Phantom Black. was a wonderful car. Then in 2012, I decided that I wanted to switch drivetrain, so I went with an Audi A5 Coupe Black Edition again, this time in Daytona Grey Pearl Effect, with a 2-litre petrol engine and the Quattro permanent all-wheel drive. With this car, I started by fitting a symmetrical exhaust system, so I took the S5 exhaust. Then I wanted slightly more snug, racy seats, so I fitted the RS Super Sport seats. Then I fitted the RS5 brakes on all 4 corners, took the 20-inch alloys from the A5, but wrapped them in Michelin Pilot Super Sport tyres. And then I fitted Audi hill hold assist, adaptive cruise control, high beam assist, side assist, RS5 electric rear spoiler, electric rear sunblind, digital TV tuner, RS aluminium buttoned control panel, and it was a really, really fantastic car. But I'd taken it to the point where it had just about every option that was available on the A5 and some, and I was looking for something that was a little bit more exciting. So I found a 2011 Audi RS5 Coupe Quattro Black Edition, about 200 miles away from where I was living. And the challenge was migrating all of these awesome options, upgrades and components that had been fitted to my A5 into their new home in the higher performing RS5. So I planned a mega marathon of retrofitting over a 24-hour period and 800 miles of UK motorway in order to make this happen. So I ended up with an awesome Audi RS5 with a ton of really cool options and gadgets, albeit with a slightly older front end. And although the facelift was definitely on the cards, I wanted to start with something exotic and unique. So I found a company called Eventury who made carbon fiber intake systems, and they were developing a kit for the RS5, but they needed to borrow a car to complete the development. So they ended up borrowing my car on and off for about 6 months in order to develop this kit. They used 3D printing to test the fitment, to check that the parts fitted together, that they seated in the engine bay properly. They performed thermal imaging and temperature readings of the intakes themselves and the engine bay. They performed flow testing, and they performed dyno testing, where they ran the car on a rolling road to measure the performance and make sure the increase was as expected. So I wanted to save a little bit of weight, so I removed the rear seats and started working on a rear seat delete project, converting it into a storage area, as this didn't actually exist for the RS5. I really like the ambient lighting in the door cards of a lot of other cars, so I manufactured an aluminium strip to create a lip underneath the decorative trim on my door card, and then fitted LEDs behind it and wired them into the lighting system so that I could have this effect. At this point I'd put a few miles on the car. I needed to replace the brake discs and the pads, but this is quite a lot of work, so I wanted to get something else out of my time. So I took the opportunity to replace the dust guards, replace the brake lines with stainless steel braided ones, to ceramic coat the new discs on the hubs and the outer edges, and to strip back the calipers to bare metal and then rebuild them in the factory red finish with the correct decals. The Eventury intake system makes a great sound, but I really wanted to finish off this German muscle car with an aggressive and beastly sounding exhaust note. So originally I wanted a titanium system for weight saving, but the Capristo system was already a third of the weight of the stock setup, so this was perfect, it checked off that box. It also allowed me to retain the valves for the loud and quiet settings that I had from factory. Again, this was perfect. So I ended up with a Capristo valved non-resonated exhaust system. I was out at SEMA in Las Vegas and I met the guys from Cybon Carbon. I love the quality of their products, and they told me that they could manufacture a full carbon fiber hood for my Audi RS5, but the lead time would be 4 to 6 months. Needless to say, I placed an order so that I could get the ball rolling with the rest of my front end conversion. In that time, I got in touch with a company called EM Tuning, who were able to customize a set of brand new Audi headlights for me. We painted the interior housings satin and gloss black. We redesigned the LED daytime running light to be more in keeping with Audi's current design language. We fitted new ballasts and bulbs so that they would create crisp white light that could compete with the latest headlight technology. They created dynamic sweeping indicators, another current Audi design language. And to finish it off, we etched the lenses with the RS logo, which is a beautiful finishing detail. While I was waiting for Cybon and EM Tuning to deliver my new hood and headlights, I collected all of the other body panels and nuts and bolts required to change over my front end. But by the time the parts had arrived, I didn't actually have a place suitable for fitting these myself. I had done all of the work on all of my cars myself, and I really didn't want this to be an exception. So I actually bought a wedding pavilion and some rubber matting to set up a temporary workshop for a few days, just to be able to get this job done. I test fitted the headlights to make sure that all of the electrical systems were working properly, and then I lifted up the car, removed the old end, and fitted the new one. I actually left blue tape all over the primed front bumper for a few days while I made up my mind about what I wanted to do with paint. And eventually I decided that I wanted to leave the carbon fiber hood exposed but color match the front bumper so that it would stay nice and subtle, but you'd get this really nice carbon fiber detail when you came up to the car. At this point I've got a gorgeous Audi RS5 Coupe. It sounds incredible, it looks exactly the way I want it to, and it's got almost all of the latest components that Audi have to offer for the B8 platform. The one component that was left for me to upgrade was the steering wheel. So I took the latest B8 RS5 steering wheel and I had it customized to add carbon fiber detailing at the top and bottom to match the rest of the cool components in the car. With the steering wheel being the final piece of the puzzle, my RS5 build has finally come to a natural conclusion, and it's exactly where I'd always hoped it would get to. But now I'm ready for my next build challenge.
Green, I think. We're back in the room.
Back in the room.
Well, almost. We're still in
there we go.
We're back in the room.
We're back at the beach.
Yeah, back at the beach.
Hope you guys enjoyed that, guys. Pretty meaty video. Ben's done.
Yeah, he's done
stupid amount of work on that car.
Yeah, it's it's a shame Ben's not here because he can talk for hours about his Audi RS5.
Say it's a shame.
Basically, when he tells you the list of the things that he adjusted on that car, there were so many things that we had to cut out of the video because it was too long. So maybe Ben can tell you the full story behind that lovely Audi RS5. So while we were doing that, I think we were asking people what their rides are. In the real world, we have X Owens on YouTube who's saying they've got a 2015 Ford Taurus SHO. Nice, okay.
We've got Konstantinos Iliadis driving a Renault Megane TCE. Okay.
TCE? What does TCE?
I don't know.
The chilled engine. Yep.
Sure.
Moving on.
Perfect. Yeah. David Maku, London Bus to School.
Yes.
Nice one.
Nice.
The Route Master. Absolute classic.
And Ronald Stryker. I think Ronald's in the Texas Storm, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Texas Storm. Watching every week, hopefully. And he's driving
since the very first stream, I think.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
He's driving an Audi S3 2001.
That's pretty nice. Yeah.
Very, very cool. Who else we got there?
Well, we've got Al Bizarro, who drives a Proton Saga. Nice one. I think the Proton, that's the Malaysian cars, isn't it?
Yeah,
I believe they are.
Yeah.
We got one guy who rides a bus as well, a bike as well.
A bike.
Ferry Lee.
How many gears you got in your bike? That's what I want to know.
And we should give
Kevin Weir.
Yeah,
Kevin
another
Weir.
special shout out.
Special shout out to Kevin Weir and CSR2 Star Elite XTM.
And the reason for the shout out is that they are celebrating their 41st season in the game, which is
that's crazy. 41
phenomenal.
seasons. Well done. I'm gonna do some clapping. There we go. Golf clap. Very
That's
good.
80 weeks.
80 weeks, man, that's incredible. Well
Cheers.
done, Kevin. Well done, the rest of your crew as
I
well.
guess
That's
a
really
year
cool.
and a half. Yeah, that's pretty huge.
Christopher Millwood is simply saying #shootout to Iron Skulls.
Okay.
Very
I don't know if that's a threat or
Don't know, mate.
who knows.
Right,
Anyway,
let's,
we should dive into the live racing, right?
We're going to go into live racing.
Phil's going to join us.
Can you give me the dyno times before you do that? So,
Okay, yes.
We'll do some dyno times first, and then we'll go in.
so everybody knows how to beat us.
Yeah. In the meantime, we had a comment from Aldo McIntosh from YouTube who's saying, "I've completed 2,344 daily battles." My word, that is a lot of daily battles.
It
Who's
is
done
many.
more? Who has done more daily battles than
I have
Aldo?
not done more.
I
than
have not
Aldo.
done more. Aldo has been burning the candle, and the candle that burns twice as bright burns half as long.
Except he's probably burnt twice as bright for quite a long time to get 2,300.
Yeah, Aldo's candle may be
a larger candle
a
than
larger
everyone
candle.
else's.
It's one of those really big candles, like 20 foot tall. He's had it on for 5 years. Amazing work, Aldo. Yeah, hopefully you guys can. Maybe you've got similar numbers. I don't know.
Who knows?
Let us know
we have
if
some
you've
very
got higher.
dedicated fans. Anyway, we just did the dyno times.
Okay,
Phil, I hope you were
13.32 seconds, I think.
excellent.
13.32. Right,
So-
we're going to go live racing now.
We should go live racing. Start the timer. Phil will join us.
I'll be right with you.
Okay, so I think the way this works is we do some races. We'll have, I think, some hearts on the screen in a few minutes. Mr. King Albanian has disconnected. That is a shame, Mr. King. We'll do another question in the meantime.
Which end?
Whichever end you want. That end, yeah.
It's not actually.
Hover.
There he is. Hold on.
Oh
must be
no,
getting-
Phil's a little bit green today, so.
I can take this off.
There we go.
Oh wow, you see. Look, I'm see-through.
You're
amazing.
invisible.
Yeah. Very good. Very good.
You can't see my hand if I put it behind me though.
This has gone all
Adrian
crazy.
Burris says 12 seconds I will fall asleep in that lobby. Sorry, we're not as hardcore, Adrian.
Maybe I'll just take this guy off and then I'll completely disappear into the back.
Right. So Tom, you're going first, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. As soon as I can get a race.
Yeah. Well, not this time. In the
Bradomo.
meantime, Daz Zaleya from Facebook is saying, "What is the arcade machine,
Not a
or
lot
where
of
is
people in
it?"
this lobby. Get in, guys. We need more peoples in the lobby.
The arcade machine is in the corner of the garage. I think if you've finished tier 4, it should unlock, and if you tap the arcade machine, you'll be taken to a mini game called Super Turbo Drift, and you can have a play of that. It's a pretty good game. Game within a game. Right. Are we going to get a race here, or is this going to go wrong?
No, here we go. Adrenaline. Go on, Adrenaline.
Hopefully it'll connect this time.
McAdoo Stage 2. McAdoo Stage 2.
I wonder what stage 1 of McAdoo is.
Magadoo.
Magadoo. Oh man, this isn't going well, is it? Right, we got another question. If we are not going to have the next race button in regulation races back, is it possible to have a go to the map button instead? And that is from Paul Smith. Potentially, Paul.
Potentially. We're actually looking at ways to bring back the regulation race button. We are working on solutions.
Yeah, it was doing a few kind of nasty things behind the scenes, which we kind of had to turn it off for. But
why no one will challenge me?
no one will challenge you because they are scared of the Zenvo TS1 GT.
They're wise.
Well, they are wise.
I'm now looking for races again. Interceptor. Come on, Colburn Fresser.
Nope.
Race refused. Not
Like
interested.
Okay.
Not interested.
So if we can't do a race, what we'll do
Is switch cars?
is
Oh, here we go. There's more
okay,
people
there's more
in the lobby
people
now.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay.
I think we'll be alright.
Whilst we're in the
Red
blackness
Devils.
of the void.
I have a question from Danovan Gonzalez Hernandez.
Oh, yeah?
Thank you, Tom, for your phone. He says in Spanish, when's Tempest 3 coming?
Tempest 3 is coming. We are working on it right now. I know that we say that fairly often, but it's kind of on our priority list, if you like, now.
It is under active development.
Yeah.
People are coding on it every day.
Yeah, we'll maybe
Every
we
day.
can show you some stuff in a couple of weeks' time on it.
Pretty much there, we should be able to.
Yeah.
It looks pretty sick.
Yeah, it's good. New character, new cars, a lot of good stuff.
Oh, here we go. McAdoo
Yeah.
Stage 2.
McAdoo.
I wonder if we should just reset the timer, given it took us 4 minutes just to get into a race there.
Or maybe we should just lose a life each just to speed things up a little bit.
Well, there's no need to lose a life. Let's not go.
I can keep my life if you want. I might need it.
We've got another question from Elton Charles on YouTube. Can there be custom spoilers? I assume you are meaning wings on the back of the car and not descriptive terms for episodes of the Game of Thrones HBO season finale.
Right on the line, right on the line.
Incredible.
Nice.
400th of a second.
Amazing.
Unbelievable. Good race, McAdoo.
Good work.
Yeah, good work. So, Elton, the customizable spoilers and wings and things like that, the way the cars are set up at the moment means it's
Right.
a little bit more difficult for us to do that.
Right, who are we going
But
for?
that's not to say it won't happen. I don't know if we'll allow it to be as kind of
I wanna go
intense
fast
as
too.
it is in, say, Forza on your Xbox or stuff like that. But we would like to add something more to the customization options in the game as it currently stands. Not got any kind of concrete stuff for you at the moment, but we do want to do it. So stay tuned. We'd love to be able to offer you guys more options to make the cars more personal, more unique to your specific way of thinking. But
You might want to go fast.
my
No, I
man is
can't.
disconnected. We're not looking good on the live races today, are we? Shame Boys, that's a good crew name.
Oh no.
Crazy
CSR Tom, what am I doing? I'm getting
Crazy
disaster.
Tom.
Bring it
So,
on, Crazy Tom.
Did you win that one?
Yeah.
I won.
You did.
Yeah.
It was okay.
I was
Just checking on the live situation
Victorious.
We had a question for
Yeah.
the art team.
for the
I
art team.
think
Okay.
From the art team.
for the art team. I
For
forgot
the
who
art
asked
team.
it, but they asked whether we could do a mile-long lobby, a
mile
mile-long
long?
race even.
Well,
What would that
I
do to
think
the
about
environment?
that. So in theory, we could do it. Now, what we'd probably have to do is, we'd probably have to restrict it to the really fast cars because the slow cars would take quite a while to do a mile.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa! There's all kinds of mad things going on. We'd probably have to do a fair amount of restrictions on it, but it's potentially doable. Usually we put all of the kind of technical and artistic budget for the
Oh,
tracks.
wait, we've lost the green screen.
We
What's
have.
the best way to race
It's
this?
all gone.
High revs,
It's all gone.
low revs.
But yeah, if we wanted to do a full mile, we'd have to potentially sacrifice the quality of the environment.
We might be able to do it with the Siberia track, actually, no?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, the guys who make the tracks, they've got a lot of cunning plans in the background to make the tracks more performance. So we might
That
be
is
able to
how
do
you
it in the
lose a
future.
race. That was terrible.
Yeah.
Maybe you should rematch him.
Well, we'll see.
He looks quite
so
fast,
Shu,
actually.
Phil has lost a life. He's already
I'm
taken
down.
it off, but he's
Sorry,
hiding
team.
it with his hat. Look at that.
What
Right.
life? Oh yeah, maybe.
We should probably just turn green screen on, shouldn't we, rather than having the black background?
I mean, I could like drape something in the background if you wanted.
That it doesn't matter, Phil. It's getting too complicated. We've jumped from a frying pan into a fire with our technical difficulties by introducing a green screen element.
This is pretty impressive. Look at we're green screening a sheet.
Yeah. It's a really convincing
the
sheet, actually. Yeah. We thought we'd switch it out. We didn't like the beach anymore.
No, it was getting too warm. Far too warm. Right.
King of Kings with the
Trackhawk,
right?
Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. Ridiculous 2 Gs of force when it launches. I still can't believe that. It's ridiculous.
That is mad.
Very, very.
I didn't get a Trackhawk.
Did you not?
I was very disappointed. I've had 5 spins and didn't get it.
Oh dear. It doesn't look like I'm going to connect. There must be something wrong with my device because usually it's not like this. Usually we can connect without any problems, but not this time.
That's wrong.
Fear not. This will be going straight to the server team to have a little look at just to make sure. Getting good repro cases for connection issues is one of the toughest bits about it. So if we can reliably reproduce what the issues are going on, then it makes the machine to fix it. Nice ride.
Yeah, that's a nice GTR. Is it 2017 model? Looks like it by the front end, but maybe I'm wrong. We got some more questions. Texas Rhino. The Texas Rhino from YouTube is saying, when will you open up more servers so live racing will connect and run better? What a appropriate question. I'm not sure that it's a question of more servers. I think it's
I got some YouTube questions. Facebook.
Okay, Phil's going away for a moment. I think it's more of a question of some of the kind of networking side of things. We are always working on making the network smoother, but with the kind of volume of players that we've got, it's quite difficult to.
I think connections happen at various stages, and to be honest, I'm not enough of an expert on what can go wrong to really describe it. We probably need to get Paul involved to really give a more accurate description. But it can be all sorts of things. It can be to do with like not being able to connect to the other player. It can be
the last
data getting lost.
Best info we had on the issue was that it is something to do with when you challenge another player. If they have received a challenge from a third party already, then there seems to be something going wrong in that clashing process.
I see.
Normally we would instantly tell one player, sorry, this guy's already been challenged.
Right.
In this case, it seems like some people are getting through there and wreaking havoc for everybody.
Oh, I see.
Okay, interesting. Well, I think this live racing appears to be a bit of a washout. So
we just need you to do one race.
One race, and if I lose a race, then CSR Tom has won. Okay, we'll keep on like that until I've done a single race, and then we'll see. And if it's me and you, we'll do a blind race to see who's fastest. Does that sound fair?
Sounds good.
Okay, let's see if
or just a time attack or whatever.
Yeah. That's fair enough. Right. I'm still laughing at Texas Rhino. That's a good name. I wonder how many rhinos there are in Texas. If anyone could tell me the accurate number of rhinos in Texas, you will get 10 gold keys.
Do we think it's greater than 0?
Oh yeah, they've got a zoo. They've got a zoo. I wonder if Rhino would love the Texas weather, apart from the Texas storm.
No. Texas storm, not so good.
No.
Texas leads in rhino conservation according to the internet.
Does it? Amazing. Right, we should do another question.
While this is might move to Texas.
Yeah, finally a race.
4% of America's... Wait, 4% of Africa's rhinos are in Texas?
They might relocate to protect them from poaching in Zimbabwe. There you go. Fun facts every day.
That is a fun fact. Thank you, Phil.
Now back to the race game.
The race game! Back to race game.
Back to the studio.
This isn't...
you almost got there.
Well, didn't go well.
I mean...
So we can try continuing on since there's 3 minutes. I mean, there's a clear winner at the moment with CSR Tom. Right, let's do another question while we're on. David Beale. David Attenborough Beale from YouTube. What is your favourite car? Let's keep it to favourite cars in CSR. And if you've got a favourite car, put it in the comments. Let us know so we can all kind of see what's what. I think my favourite car, I would say it's the Golf Mark 1 usually, but I am quite partial to that Liberty Walk NSX Doxilla's car.
Oh, that's really cool.
That's
really
the season prize at the moment. I mean, man, that car is nice. All the sponsorship on it, the big old fenders that they've got on there, big Liberty Walk wing on the back. It's very, very cool. Very cool car. And like Honda were really cool with us about approving all of that stuff as well. They really love the car as well. So we ended up making it our icon. Very cool. Very, very cool car. What's your favourite car, Tom?
I mean, I have sort of different tiers of favourites. I would say that actually one of my favourite cars is... wait, let me just focus up for a second here. Is actually the car we're giving away today, the Pagani Roadster.
Oh, the Huayra.
Yeah, I really like that.
Right, okay. Yeah, Huayra Roadster's a really good one. Chris Gagne's favourite car in CSR2, 458 Special. That's a nice one.
Just got it again by the skin of my teeth.
Nice. Well done. Phil, are you coming back over?
Yes, I'm coming back.
Yeah, Chris, that's a cool car, man. I've seen a few of those in the flesh. They're very, very, very slick-looking cars.
I
cool.
have an embarrassing admission.
What?
I got stuck in the Ferrari event and I stripped my 458 Special to get through.
Except J Gamer's race.
Yes.
J Gamer 27.
Bring it on. Oh, there we go. Zenvo versus Zenvo.
Yeah, J Gamer was. He did some cool.
The Good Vibes crew.
If you wouldn't mind going really slowly, that would be ideal.
Wasn't it J Gamer who hit?
He hit 1,000k a little while ago.
Well, not 1,000k, 1k subscribers on his YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, not 1,000k. I'm living in a dream world. That would be magnificent.
That would be.
He did. So Jay posted out this a good AR shot earlier on in the week, which I think we've got that on the other scene.
Okay,
we'll show it later on. We've got a few AR pics to show later on.
We've probably got time for one more race.
So
I think we can safely say I'm not going to win this one.
Yeah. So if you voted for CSR Tom, I think
Otherwise.
it's a foregone conclusion.
It is a foregone conclusion. But
worst connection ever. Yes. Shouts out to Dream Team Elite. That is good. The irony is that this isn't going to connect as well.
Yeah,
no, what? It is connecting.
That's
amazing.
it. You need to
hang
change your name.
What's happened? It's connected to someone else. Ian.
Oh.
Recycling Ian Apple. Velocity Hunters.
That
take
doesn't
the race,
feel
but
like what was supposed to happen.
No, I mean that is a symptom of worst connection ever, isn't it?
Well, that's an example of where I think that two challenges are clashing.
Right.
So they challenged at the same time, and they just kind of went a bit fruity. Whoa!
Join me on the how many hearts have we got?
2 hearts.
The Two Hearts Club.
Screen, doesn't it?
2 Hearts
How
crew.
helpful.
Yeah. Never mind. Well, there we go. So CSR Tom has won that particular race. So
4 of a kind has beaten 2 pair.
Yep, aces high. That's what they say, don't they?
Aces high.
Yeah. Our list has gone from the TV. I'm not sure why that is. That's bad. So we'll get some winners. So all of you guys who voted for CSR Tom, we'll figure something out in a moment. May as well stay in live races for a bit, right?
Yeah.
But
we wanted
can
to
we go
show
to the
that
normal
AR mode
screen?
stuff though, right?
Yeah. So if we show the J Gamer picture first.
I think I might be racing J Gamer as well, so it's
that's
particularly
good.
appropriate.
So Jay put he was playing around with AR earlier on. Look at this. He's way behind. Is he doing something?
I don't know.
Is he going to come back?
He might do. Who knows
didn't.
what J Gamer is doing?
Didn't.
Maybe he voted for me. The contest is over. By the way,
Yeah,
guys.
the contest is done.
I was victorious. You no longer need to. Or maybe he's just doing some swaps.
There it is. There's J Gamer's
on the
Zenvo
laptop.
on his MacBook, I think.
Yeah, it's
He's
like
got, what's he
MacBook
got
Air.
open there? You got Photoshop open? Yeah. Nice work. Get Photoshop on the go.
Doing a bit
Make
of
yourself some
photoshopping.
images. We also had someone else as well. I can't remember the name. Triple Stack 22 was also doing some air, putting his Stingray 06 there between his mugs.
Yeah.
Who's that on the mug? I don't know who that is. I don't know. And he also put it in a few other places, so in the fridge.
In the fridge,
naturally. Get it between your
Gatorade
Gatorade and your eggs. That's a classic
Keep
place
it cool.
to keep it.
Keep it cool.
Exactly.
It's a cool car. So.
Yeah. And then, of course, on your beer collection.
I mean, that's just an efficient way of chilling your beer.
Yeah, keep the engine nice and cool. Don't let it overheat. Just put on some beer. Very good.
Because it's again a very cool car.
But then if you want to heat things up, put it in the waffle line.
Sure. I mean, that is a Lambo. It's a spicy car.
Very good. Very good.
Wait, did I just win that?
Oh, he's good. Right.
He's on fire.
Right, so we've got some winners in for the live racing thing. Can we show the car we'll win? Shoot.
Oh, the Trackhawk?
No.
Oh, the Huayra Roadster.
We don't have any t-shirts left. We'll be giving out some new ones very soon.
Yeah, I think from the next stream we should have some t-shirts again.
Yeah, right? hopefully. So this is the Pagani Huayra Roadster. Very cool Tier 5 car that we added into the game not too long ago. Very, very nice car. So we'll give that to the winners. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, sure, of course. I should read out the winners here.
I'll go up against Stefan.
So, first of all, thank you for your support, guys. It means a lot. Always appreciate getting the votes. Glad I could bring home the proverbial
the steel bacon.
Anyway, on YouTube, the winners are Graham Lineker, Gary's little brother,
big in the crisp scene.
Well, I think it's other snacks actually. He's
more moved on from crisps.
More peanuts, Graham.
Peanuts.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Gary's the crisps.
Right. Okay.
Anxious John on YouTube. Congratulations, Anxious John. Hopefully, this this prize will make you slightly less anxious.
Yeah.
Do be sure not to make you anxious again. To get in touch with the mods on YouTube, I think that's CSR Terry. And let her know your deets so that we can actually give you the car. And then on Facebook, we have two winners as well. We have Henry Berizzi, congratulations, and Gary Lee.
Nice.
So if you guys get in touch with CSR Phil, you want to do the direct message thing, don't just post in the comments. Make sure you get in touch via the private message thing. You can message the channel or message the page or whatever, and talk to someone directly who will take down your ID, and then we can gift you the cars and 10 gold keys because we're extra generous. So I hope you enjoy that Pagani. Take it for a spin.
Yeah.
Not in this weather though.
No.
Because
always drive
you'll get
safely.
snow in the car, and that would be unfortunate.
Snow in the car. Oh, because it's not got a
roof down, mate. Yeah.
Roof down. Hair in the wind.
Snow good.
Snow good. Nice, Phil. Very good.
We also have many gold key winners. Are we going to read them out, or are we just going to display them on the screen? We can run through them quickly,
both,
right?
I think. Yeah.
So, gold key winners. We've got Ryan Shreb. Shreb. Who knows? Teshreb. We're really sorry, dude. You're going to have to let us know how we pronounce your name. Chris Lechke, John Smith, XD Betyar, The Cheshire, Andrew Yoho, 340 Racers Virgin Islands, Aldo McIntosh, Daz Zalea, Paul Smith, famous designer.
Paul Smith. Oh yeah. Shouts out to fragrances.
And
does he do fragrances?
Suits, I think, as well.
Yeah.
Stripy socks.
That poor guy's probably had that his whole life.
No, he loves
it. Danavan Gonzalez Hernandez, Elton Charles, Texas Rhino, and David Beale. So you guys all get 10 gold keys. Thanks for your contributions.
I'm racing against Miller from YouTube.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's good. He just destroyed me. I think he's in a good car though. He's in the Rocket Bunny RX5.
That is a cool car. That was one of the season prizes recently, wasn't it? Yeah.
Ah man, I'm not doing well here.
And we've also got. Wait, have we done all those shout outs?
No, let's do them.
Oh right, we've got Anna Fort. Cuban Locust says hi from Chicago. Hi from London.
Hello.
Anna Fort. We have Misty Emerson. Shout out to hardcore racers.
Yeah.
May your racing always be hardcore and successful. I don't know.
No, that's good. May your racing always be hardcore.
David Beale says, #CSR2, can I have a shout out?
You can.
Maybe.
Yeah, well, we'll think about it.
We'll think about it. It's under review, pending developer approval. Tommy Jennison, our CSR2, shout out for GP Fury +2 +3. That's GP Fury 5.
A lot of fury. Really loads of fury. You got to watch out.
And to New World Order.
New World.
just dropped one in the chat.
Well,
New World Order. Sick.
Did we do William?
No. William L. Afifi. Shout out from the Shadow.
From the Shadow.
The shadows.
We are in the shadow as
life.
well. Look at that.
What?
We're in the shadow.
I've been watching. Yeah.
Oh, no.
The shadow.
That's Rasmus.
Well, yeah, it was. Yeah. It was
Any
Rasmus.
fans of Scandinavian bands, let us know in the comments. Right, we should probably...
From about a decade ago, yeah.
Yeah, one
Let us
hit.
know.
Yeah. Tea Time Swap Apple 7. Good, let's race them. So as we mentioned earlier on, we will be at Geneva International Motor Show next week. We'll be there
Scouting out all the hot new vehicles.
Yeah, we'll be bringing you a bunch of video stuff. We'll try and bring you stuff directly from the stands on the show floor, bringing you all of the exclusive reveals and things. I think it's going to be an exciting time. We're going to be super busy recording videos, doing stuff on Instagram Live, doing stuff on YouTube, doing stuff on Facebook, probably doing loads of stuff. So
Many things.
yeah, if you aren't already subscribed to our channels, you can do so by going onto them, hitting subscribe, following us on Facebook.
That's always an option. Or on the Instagrams.
The Instagrams, do whatever you
Or
like.
even on the Twitters. Terry sometimes runs, Twitter contests,
tweet storms.
that sort of thing. Tweet storms. Yeah,
I think that's what
a
they're
thing.
called. Yeah.
I think they are called tweet storms. Yeah. The tweet from the east.
I think we've kind of run our course.
Reached the natural end of the stream
where we've lost it.
Thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. We probably won't see you in a live stream next week, but we will be hopefully posting loads of cool content that you guys can check out. And we'll definitely be back 2 weeks from now.
Definitely, probably.
Unless we really are more snowed in.
Well, I don't think it can't
Probably
last.
unlikely.
It can't last, can it?
It can't last.
Please don't let it last.
Right. With that,
Winter was coming. Winter has come.
Winter
here, can do one.
Yeah. Speaking of doing one, we will see you next time.
That was a beautiful sign off.
It's not even gone off yet. Right, we could probably go shoot.
Yeah.
Bye.
Goodbye.